Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to LizziefayeLovesBooks. I'm Elizabeth, and it is Friday, and I thought maybe I would just call this a Friday Reads. It's going to be a reading update. We're a little past the middle of the month, and I was going to do a middle of the month wrap up on Wednesday, but life just happened and it didn't get done. So today is Friday. I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but on Friday mornings, except for the 2 weeks I was sick, I go with a small group from our church to a local nursing home and rehab facility, and we do a little church service. So I did that this morning, and because that starts at 10, I have to, start getting ready a little earlier, and I generally have to kind of cut off my morning reading a little before I want to. And so we got done with that, and I thought, I'm just going to go get a haircut. So I got a little haircut, and, we're already out. Why not? And then I got home, and I thought, I really need to get out in the garage, start working on eBay. eBay's going pretty well. I've been, having fairly steady sales and everything. But I didn't. I sat in the chair and I read some more. And then it was time to get my, I had just one thing to mail today. And I needed to get it to the post office before they closed. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to work in the garage. Because it's beautiful weather today. But I thought, oh no, I didn't film anything. So this may look a little different because I did get a new phone maybe about a week ago, and I'm still getting used to it. This is a little close for me. Y'all can just see every little thing. And I'm going to have to try to work on it and see if I can pull back a little bit. But anyway, I'm still playing with it. It's great to have a new phone, have all this memory now that I don't have to worry about deleting everything so quickly and all of that. And I can still use my other phone to go through Goodreads, because I want to give you an update, and I don't have physical copies of everything. So this is great because I can remind myself of what I want to tell you about. So I've got lots of videos I want to do, but just not enough time to get them done. I had announced that I was going to call this Newbery November, and then I've spent the first half of the month reading no Newberries. I haven't even done the Newbery video that I plan to do, which is kind of a wrap up for the Newbery winners of the 1940s. I am still going to do that before the end of the month. But I did finally, I guess just yesterday, I started on this Newbery winner from 1934. It's called Invincible Louisa by Cornelia. I don't know if it's Meggs or Meigs or Miggs. I don't know. I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately, and I used to really try to stay on top of author pronunciations. But anyway, I did get started on this yesterday. I've just read a couple of chapters, and I am going to listen to Caddy Woodlawn on audio, and then probably, if I can fit it in, these are the two that are most likely because they're shorter. Thimble Summer by Elizabeth Enright, and The Caddy Went to Heaven by Elizabeth Coatsworth. I may not get both of these done in November. And then I'd need to get that video done, to share with you about the books that I finished from the 1940s. But all of those are from the 1930s that I'm reading currently this month. All right, so, well, and the reason I didn't go right on and start on Invincible Louisa right at the beginning of the month is because I was reading this book right here. If I can hopefully show you a picture. And I just didn't want to read them exactly at the same time. I didn't want to risk getting some of the facts confused with, between the two books. So started Maud by Melanie J. Fishbane, and I'm only about half done with it. I had kind of a push and a rush. I needed to rush to finish the actual nonfiction book because I had had it checked out a long time, and I needed to get it back to the library. I probably am gonna order it again. I may have already ordered it. I just haven't gotten it yet, so that I'll have it in my end of the month wrap up. But just to quickly show you what I'm still reading and what I'm currently reading and still want to read for the More Montgomery Challenge, I am getting close to wrapping up the main things that I really wanted to read. other than Maud, which I'm only about half done with, I hope to finish it by the end of the month. I also hope to finish the Anne of Green Gables devotional by the end of the month. I am really, really enjoying this. This is beautiful. On audio, I have listened to Before Green Gables for the second time. This is a prequel to Anne of Green Gables. It was not written by Lucy Maud Montgomery, but it was sanctioned by her heirs, and therefore it is considered a part of the series. It's a prequel to the series. I really do enjoy it. It was just as good the second time as I remembered. And, not everybody's going to like it because it's not written by Montgomery, but I think that Budge Wilson did a great job on it. I also listened to Marilla of Green Gables on audio, and I did enjoy this one. Maybe not quite as much as Before Green Gables. This is also kind of a prequel to Anne of Green Gables, but it's about Marilla and her young life. So I did really enjoy it, and it's a gorgeous book. Thank you again, Debbie Faust, for sending me this book. Thank you, thank you. I will cherish this always. It's by Sarah McCoy. I'm trying to think now. There was really just like one little thing that kind of was like, what? Why is that there? But oh, I know what it was. Okay. So nothing happened, but at one point, because we all know, if you've read Anne of Green Gables, that Marilla had a beau when she was younger, and it was Gilbert's father before he married who he married. So there's that whole story. Well, I don't know if the author was just trying to kind of sensationalize it or what, but there is a kissing scene. It's just kissing. But he had gotten wet. I don't know if I can't even remember now how he fell in the river or something. I don't know. So he had to take his shirt off. And then that's when the kiss happened. So the author uses the term naked, but he's not all naked. It's just he just doesn't have a shirt on. But you're listening to it and you're like, wait, what? So, and that brings me to this right here. Y'all, I only got through chapter 2. It's a definite DNF. I'm not going back here to this. Anne of Manhattan. It's by, I think it's Brina Starler. I had high hopes of this. I know Melinda from Two Boys Scrappin' really enjoyed it. And you can read my Goodreads review of it if you want. I was already not enjoying it. Let me just say. It is... Well, let me just say, I don't understand why the word modern has to equate with stupid choices and behaving badly. People have been behaving badly since the biblical times. I know. But there's just, I don't know. This author, took these really wonderful, sweet, innocent characters and had them drinking and cussing. And right at the end of chapter 2, when Gilbert said the F word, I was listening. I was like, nope. I did go a few more words and it was the end of the chapter. And I was like, no, I'm just not. I'm not. And I'm sure, and I have read some other reviews. I think there's going to be some sex in it. I'm like, no. Don't ruin an amazing, sweet, innocent classic that way. Please. Don't defile it. That's what I feel like. Anyway, so, and that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, but I no. Okay, then the only other one that I haven't started that I really, really want to try to squeeze in is Pat of Silverbush. I thought I was going to be able to listen to this. Someone talked about listening to books on openlibrary.org, and when you pull it up and you see the little headphones, it looks like they're all audiobooks, but really it's just giving you the option to let the robot read to you. I'm going to see if I can get this on like an ebook and let Alexa read it to me, and maybe that will work. But right now, I am about to have Alexa read to me a book by Deborah Torres and Tracy, I think it's Fredrikowski. They have written together a Christmas book. Each of them wrote a novella, and each one is about two sisters. So I have that right now, and hopefully showing you the picture. And then once I finish it, I hope to have Deborah and possibly Tracy on my channel to chat with them about this book. I don't know if it's going to be the start of a new series or if it's already connected to Tracy's series. I know it's not connected to the Willowbrook Secrets of the Pen series that Deborah Torres is writing. But, or at least I don't think so. Anyway, I've barely started it, and I've got it on ebook, so I am going to have Alexa read me that as soon as I ever get out to my garage and get to work on some eBay listings. And I'm trying to revamp my storage and get, things organized better. So, anyway, let me see. Emily needs something. I'll be right back. Okay, I hope I was done with that topic because I can't remember where I was. So this month so far, in the month of November, I have finished 11 books and I'm currently reading 10, I believe. Only one of those is on audio. A couple of them are books that I've been reading since the beginning of the month, and actually more than a couple, probably 3 or 4. I finished some of the print books that I started out. I finished a few audiobooks, and then I just started another short stack like yesterday because I have finished a few of the ones I started at the beginning of the month, and if I don't go ahead and start some new ones, then, I'm not going to get anything else read or finished by the end of the month. And I don't know if I'll get all of these finished, but we're going to make an attempt. So, I already mentioned all the Montgomery books and the Newbery winners, so let me talk about Cozy Mysteries. What I've finished so far on audio, the third book in the Julie Anne Lindsay Apple's Cider Shop series. This is the first one, Apple Cider Slaying. But the one I finished is the third book and the final book in the series, and it is called The Cider Shop Rules. And I thought it was very good. I think I rated it 5 stars. It was my favorite so far of the series. And this is a series that a lot of people love, and it's a shame that I think the publisher cut her off at 3. And I know that Tiffany from the Beachbum Bookworm has interviewed her a couple of times, and I think that, several people have asked her, at some point when you get the rights back to that series, can you write some more of that series? Because it is really good. So I have now caught up, finished that series. And then I started a series. This is my F book for the ABC Challenge for Killing Time with Cozies, Fool's Puzzle by Erlene Fowler. This is the first in the Benny Harper mystery series. My sister's read this, and she rated it 5 stars. I did not rate it 5 stars. I think I might have rated it 3. The main character, I hope she's going to grow on me a little bit, but she's kind of snarky. So I didn't love that, but still I enjoyed the book, and there's 15 books in the series. I own them all, and I am going to read them. I think when I get to maybe book 10, I can get them on audio on Hoopla. So I've got to read several before I get to that. And then I just started my G book because I started at the beginning of the year saying I was going to go in order, in ABC order. Now, I'm not going to get much farther than this. After G, I have a few that I can get on audio. So that's going to be my goal for December, is to get through as many of the audiobooks as I can. And then I'm just going to go ahead and look at what I've read during the year and see if I can't check off most of the others. I mean, I actually already have done that, and there's maybe 2 farther on down the alphabet that I haven't read anything that would count for that, and I might just have to say it's good, and that's all I'm going to get done. But I have my ABC TBR that I'm going in order, so I probably will just go ahead and continue with my original TBR, even if it takes me a full 2 years to get the ABC order done. So anyway, Glazed Murder by Jessica Beck, who is also, I think, Tim Myers, is the first book in the Donut Shop Mysteries. And I have read book 6, I think, in this series long time ago, before I even thought to look and see if there was more in the series. And now I have started this one, so I'm looking forward to it. I did enjoy the one I read, and now I'm excited to go back and start over. Then I've got a couple of other series that I really want to finish by the end of the month, that are by the end of the year, that are Cozy Mystery series. One of them is The Cackleberry Club by Laura Childs. I've got 4 left in this one, and this is just one of the ones that I haven't read yet. Eggs on Ice, I think this is the next to last one. Anyway, I can get them all on Hoopla, and I definitely think I could finish these. And I don't remember if I put this on my SAS list or not. But then the other series is by Monica Ferris. It's the Needlecraft Mysteries. And I'm on book 12. This is the next one I have to read. And it's a series of 19. So I have 8 left in it. And I would really love to finish both of these. But another series that is on my Serious About Series list is The Quilts of Love. This is number 12, which I haven't gotten to yet. I think I've finished, actually I did finish one this month, at the beginning of the month. Can't even remember the name of it, but I'll put a picture of it here. I don't know the number of it. I'll put it here so you'll know. There are 24 in this series, and this is the number I just finished. So that's how many, do the math. That's how many I have left. It's more than 12 because this is 12 and I haven't gotten to it yet. 14, 15, something like that. And I had said I was going to finish that by the end of the year. So I don't know. I really need to, I feel like if I would just say, okay, this week, because these are on Audible Plus, most of them, and I could just knock these out if I would just focus on getting these done. And I may just do that next week, Thanksgiving week. But I want there's too many books to read. Hashtag reader problems, right? But these are only usually like 6 or 7 hours long. And at double speed, that's 3.5 hours. So maybe I'll do that. Just, Sarah, are you having a create your own readathon this month? It may be this weekend. That's what I should do for the next time she does a create your own readathon, is just focus on knocking as many of these out as I can. This is a series all around, each one has something to do with a quilt or quilting, but they are not a cohesive story. Each one is separate. They're all standalone books that just have kind of an underlying quilt theme. They are all romances and they are faith-based. So you do not have to read them in order at all. Okay, speaking of romances then, I've got a couple others that I'm reading. This one is on my Serious About Series list, or my SAS list. Willow Leaf Lane by Ray Ann Thane is part of the Hope's Crossing series. I've got 2 left after this. The next one is a Christmas book, so I'm going to read that in December. And then the last one I can get on audio, so I'm going to try to finish the Christmas one to give myself enough time in December, even if I just have a day or 2 left, then I want to try to knock this series out by the end of the year. And another series that I've been working on for a while, and you might wonder why it's the week before Thanksgiving. Why are you reading a Valentine's book? This is The Valentine's Day Disaster by Lori Wilde. It's a Twilight, Texas novella. I just started this. It's got 9 or 10 chapters. It's not long. And, in these little novellas, they use these to advertise other books. So really, there's 10 chapters. Okay, so this much of the book is just excerpts from other books. So really, I just have to read this. And the reason that I am making myself read this right now, because I didn't get it done in February, it's been sitting in my cart all year. After this book, well, really even the one before is a Christmas themed book, but I think every other book in this series after this is Christmas themed. And I want to be able to listen to some of those Christmas themed books in the month of December. So that is why I'm reading that one now. That was not an audio to my knowledge. And I want to get that done. All right, a couple of other books on my SAS list, or a couple of series that I am working on. This is the next to last book in the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan. It's kind of a spin-off series of Percy Jackson, and I'm not loving this. This is the 4th book out of 5. I will go ahead and finish the series just for the sake of finishing it, but I don't know. This just doesn't have the same appeal that Percy Jackson had, and I'm just not loving it. This is The Tyrant's Tomb. And then I also have been reading on and off for a good portion of the month, The Law of Finders Keepers by Sheila Turnage. And this is the last book in the Moendale mysteries. It's delightful. I love Moendale and all their gang. It's so sweet and precious. And then the only audiobook I'm currently listening to right now is The Clanlands Almanac. This is by Sam Hewhan and Graham McTavish. I had read Clanlands in October in preparation for my November book club. We usually read a nonfiction book for Nonfiction November for my book club, my local library book club. And I I was kind of surprised that most people didn't finish it because they didn't really enjoy it that much. Not this. I'm talking about Clanlands. I can put a picture here if you want to see. Anyway, this is kind of a sequel to that. I did have a problem. Well, I don't want to say problem. I didn't enjoy the very beginning. There's just a lot of talking about drinking and alcohol and all that. I mean, that's not what I'm about. But, if the banter was fun, but, not everybody, some of the people in my book club are very serious readers. They don't want banter. They don't want humor. If they're going to read nonfiction, they want to learn something. And so they couldn't get past the humor to actually get to the part where you could learn something. And I did. I persevered, and I enjoyed it, and I learned a lot. So at my book club, Fiona from Reads and Eats, who is from Scotland, she zoomed in and was a guest in our book club and told us all about Scotland and lots of things. And that part was really fun. They all enjoyed having her as a guest, and that made it worth discussing the book to have her as a guest at our book club. So Fiona, if you're watching this, thank you so much for that. So I thought, I actually started this before book club thinking I would maybe zip through it and I would be able to, tell people about this one too, but none of them were interested really in going any farther with it, but I will still finish it. It's cute. There's some humor. I do enjoy their banter somewhat. I've never read Outlander, never watched Outlander or anything like that, but this whole experience is kind of making me curious about it. I may give the first book, Outlander, a try. We shall see. And then I finally got my hands on the newest Enola Holmes book. This is The Elegant Escapade by Nancy Springer. I have really, really enjoyed Enola Holmes this year. And since my daughter has been gone to school in Tampa and she's staying over there in a student apartment, I've got better access to her television where I can easier get on Netflix. So a week or two ago, I went in her room and I pulled up Netflix and I was like, oh, Enola Holmes. I had kind of forgotten that it even existed. So I watched it, and not even knowing that same week, the second Enola Holmes movie came out. In fact, I watched a new booktuber who I want you guys to check out. She's been participating in our More Montgomery Challenge, and I hope I get her channel name right. It is... I think it's something like Reads a Lot. Her name is Mary. And anyway, I will, I don't know if I can put anything up here, but I'll leave it below. She did a video about Enola Holmes and the whole series, and she mentioned the second movie. And I was watching her video and I thought, oh, I didn't know there was a second movie. Oh my goodness. So I went and watched that, and it was great. So then I also noticed that my library had, they have the first 3 graphic novels. So I have finished the first one. I've ordered the next one, and this was very enjoyable. This more closely follows the book series than it does the TV show, the movie. The movie is kind of a... Well, the first movie is kind of a mash of the first 6 books, kind of. But it leaves out a lot of the mysteries. And Mary, the new booktuber I was just telling you about, she said she likes to kind of consider the first 6 books season 1. And then this is book number 8. There is a book 7 that she considers the start of season 2. And I agree with that. I concur. Then there's a little novella that comes right before book 7, and then this is book 8. So I hope there's going to be more. I am just a couple chapters in to this, and so far it's really good. So anyway, I think that is just about everything. Let me consult my old phone and see if I've left anything out. I have been enjoying what I've been reading. Now when I was talking about what I had read for the More Montgomery Challenge, I also did listen to a book of short stories. It's I decided now that I have read, of course, years ago, I've read all of the category, the ones that are sorted and arranged by category. I reread Among the Shadows for October. It was a group read. Well, it's here somewhere. I don't know. I was going to hold it up, but... gotta find it. This one here. This is one of the ones that are categorized. But then there is a whole series of her short stories that are chronological. So there were a couple in that first one that I listened to, which is, I think, 1896 to 1901. I could have read that for Victober. Anyway, but there are a couple in that collection that are also in this one, and a couple that are in the Christmas with Anne. I recognize a couple of the Christmas stories. So I'm sure I'm going to hear a lot of, a lot of duplicates that I've already listened to, but I'm not going to rush to listen anymore right now, because after 3 really intense months of reading things by and about Lucy Maud Montgomery, I might want to take a little bit of a break from that and pick back up some more next year. But I wanted to at least check off one more short story collection for this month, because I've been trying to check off everything in the board at least once every month. I think that is about, and I forgot a couple of others that I didn't have out. I actually don't have a physical copy of The Story Girl, but I did listen to it on audio, and I listened to its sequel, The Golden Road. This is one of my editions of The Golden Road that is an old hardcover, which I love, and very much enjoyed those. That is one of her duologies. And that is about it. So, anyway, I didn't mean for this to be long. I'm not even sure how many minutes it's been. But anyway, I just wanted to try to give you a little bit of an update. Let's just call this a Friday Reads and a mid-month wrap-up or mid-month update. Let me know what you've been reading this month, what you've been enjoying. I do have several videos planned. I've been thinking already into next year and some of the goals and things, and a few challenges that I want to issue, stuff like that. Hopefully will be coming out before we get too far into December, and maybe even in November. Things like the SAS challenges for 2023, things like that. So anyway, I hope that you'll stay tuned, and let's chat in the comments. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.